I was blessed to have, two twin girls. I'm a girl dad. So dad of 4 girls. So I'm a girl dad like Kobe, man. But a quick shout out to my daughters. Nova, Zuri were their names. 2 older daughters, Ari and London as well. So I'm blessed. My wife Brittany's doing well. So feel really blessed and excited about this year. Any questions?
Sterling, kind of taking a look a little bit off the field just in terms of recruiting. How do you become a great recruiter? What's your process, to get to know these kids and kind of get in their lives and then start to see the results?
Absolutely. I think just recruiting is just, being authentic, just being yourself. Like you said, building relationships with guys and, selling the opportunity really. And, South Carolina is a great school, great tradition. It's pretty easy to sell University of South Carolina, especially the trajectory that we're going and what Coach Beamer has done in the last 3 years, just the culture and everything. So it's a pretty easy sell. But like you said, just relationships and, just continue to be yourself. Because these guys, one thing that they say when they come here is they feel the culture. They feel how real the coaches are. They see our interaction with the players. And I think that just kind of carries itself.
Sterling, staying with that, I mean, it seems like you've been here for a much longer period of time. When you look back to when you first arrived at South Carolina, what are some of the things that you attribute to being able to get to that level of the success that you guys have been able to have from a recruiting standpoint, from an individual standpoint?
Yeah, I think, just getting acclimated, man, just coming right in, guys like Coach White and, Coach Beamer. I don't know if you remember, man, the first day on the trail, man, I think we were maybe in Jacksonville. Last year I was on they had me on a private plane. It was kind of giving me the ins and outs of recruiting, and then after that, that probably was the last time I was on a private plane. So you got to be with the head coach to get on a private plane, all jokes aside. But yeah, just really just getting acclimated with all the guys. And like you said, I mean, this is home for me. I'm from South Carolina, and I am very comfortable here.
Sterling, kind of sticking with that, I know you can't mention the guy by name, but what was that day like and the hecticness of an announcement that maybe wasn't planned and then having the twins and just all of that stuff kind of coming together?
It was exciting, man. It was an exciting day, man. Exciting day. I think it was August 1st. Like I said, my daughters were born. It was exciting. It was a great day all around. I know you guys saw that picture with me and Coach Beamer FaceTiming, man. So that's epic. That's going to go down in history, man. But, August 1st, 2023 was a great day.
Kind of going onto the field now, what have you seen from this defensive end so far going into practice, now about a week into camp?
First of all, man, I love those guys' energy, man. I think this is day 6 today, our 6th practice. Just day in and day out, man, those guys are locked in meetings, on the field, just high energy guys, man. Jordan Strong doing really well, leading the way. We got a lot of great additions in JT Gear. We got Desmond Umazulu, Tariq Johnson, Brian Thomas, just everyone, man. Terrell Dawkins, Donovan Westmoreland, all those guys, man, everybody's going to have a role, and those guys are doing a really good job, man, just coming together, being locked in, and just buying into what we're doing here.
What's your message been, Tariq? I mean, he got to play a little bit last year, and then now, I mean, he's finally healthy. It's his last shot. What's your message been, and what have you seen from him out there?
Really, it's, man, you got everything it takes to be a great player. He's one of the most physical dudes on the team, man. If you talk to Luke Day and our strength coaches, pound for pound, he might be one of the strongest guys on the team. And, just going out there and just getting the opportunity, like you said, he's healthy, just going out there and just executing and getting the opportunity to dominate, really.
Obviously, Deju coming into his first season in Carolina, what have you seen from him from where he got on campus to where he is now?
Yeah, I think he's just continuing to get better. Obviously a year, he got here in the spring, so to me, that's equivalent of, he already had a redshirt year. He's good on all the calls and everything, and just continue to progress and continue to get, bigger, stronger, faster like he did in the weight room. And now it's just time to just go out there and make plays.
For a guy like Jordan Strachan, just how do you feel about him health-wise right now too, and then just coming back for a 7th season? What can he still kind of do to develop at this point?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, you can. It's always about getting better. So he's continuing to get better. The year he was off, he worked. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger. And really, I think he looks better than what he did before he got injured on last year. So I'm really excited about where he is.
Sterling, when it comes to Terrell Dawkins, obviously came in last year, expect to make an impact, got hurt. How has this year been for him, kind of getting over that injury and trying to get back to where he was?
It's been good. Like you said, all of our guys are healthy. He's good, man. He's right in the thick of it. He's out there working just like all the other guys.
Sterling, I know there's a big focus from an entire defensive perspective about stopping the run a little bit better than y'all did last year. From the edge perspective, what can you guys do to improve there, and what are some other goals you'd like to see this group achieve this year?
Just a defense as a whole, man. You know, we talk about listening, learning, to continue to grow and just tackle when it comes to the run game. You know, that's Coach White's message. You know, listen, learn, grow, and tackle. At the end of the day, just get people on the ground and, you know, continue to do what we do. But I do feel like we're progressing and we're getting better in that area.
Sterling, what has it been like working with Travian Robertson since your group and his group in particular, you guys work a lot together, I'm assuming, and what would you tell people about his coaching style so far? Because obviously, as you know, there's a lot of Gamecock fans that are excited that he's back in Columbia.
No doubt, man. We're excited to have Trey Rod, man. He's doing a great job. Obviously, he's a high-intensity guy. You know, I know a lot of you guys know him from his playing days here, man. I call him the mayor here in Columbia, so everybody's happy that he's back. I actually knew him through some mutual friends. Back in the day, one of my best friends in college went to high school with him, Scotland County. So it's great working with him, man. I'm glad he's here.
Sterling, when it comes to, again, with recruiting with Nick and Desmond, were there any kind of, crazy things that happened during those two's recruitment, or any kind of stories that you could relay from when you were recruiting those two young men?
I think you probably heard, probably all the stories about Nick, how it came down to the end and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, relationships won out. You know, Coach Beamer did a great job with Nick even before I even got here. You know, I think he was, if you talk to Nick Harvey, he'll tell you the story of when he came here with his coach 2 years ago, going into his junior year or whatever, and Coach Beamer was the first one to meet him outside. So that really resonated with him, and that just speaks volume to Coach Beamer as a head coach. Just to answer your question. And Desmond, man, Desmond's been great. His mom, Jackie, man, she's our #1 recruiter. So shout out to Jackie.
I know Pup, obviously in your position group, but you help get him here or help recruit him. What have you seen from him? I guess since he got here in January or December.
Yeah, same thing, man. Like you said, Pup was able to go through practice with us in bowl practices, and you just can see him just continue to mature, man. Even when he first got here, you can see the leadership traits. You continue to see that as time progresses. But really excited about Pup Howard as well.
Sterling, when you go into a game day, how many guys would you like to have going into it to say, yes, that's how many guys we have and we can rotate them in? And where do you feel like you are in that process of figuring out those guys? Yeah,
honestly, like all the guys I mentioned, I kind of see those guys having a role. And then, special teams aspect comes into play as well. So all those guys in the room, I expect those guys to have a role on defense and able to contribute. So, whatever the 7 guys that we have in our room, I expect all those guys to have a very important role on the team this year.
Tonka Hemingway worked inside and outside last year. Is there more of a need for him outside this year after losing a couple edge rushers? And how have you seen him through this first week of practice so far?
Yeah, I think Tonka, man, Tonka's very versatile. I think a lot of people are just starting to, he's kind of under the radar, starting to realize that. I know he got the Senior Bowl, acknowledgement not too long ago and things of that nature that I saw on Twitter. But Tonka, man, he's very versatile. He's an athletic guy. I mean, he plays a lot of different special teams. He plays D-tackle. He plays edge. I mean, Tonka's and he's not an ego guy at all. I mean, he'll do whatever it takes to win the game. No job is too small for him. No job too big for him. So love what Tonka is, man. Tonka's the epitome of what we call Gamecocks, to be honest with you. All right, appreciate y'all.